Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who bore the responsibility of advancing Rome at the height of its greatness, was not just an ordinary ruler. He was a seasoned philosopher who understood that true power lies more in what is left unsaid than in what is spoken. During his reign, he faced numerous conspiracies and betrayals, yet he was not one to reveal his plans or share his secrets, even with his closest advisors. His counselors never truly knew what was on his mind, whether on the battlefield or within the corridors of politics. That is why he once said his timeless words, "Keep to yourself what preserves your dignity." People do not need to know everything about you. What they don't know about you is your source of strength. This wisdom is not just a collection of words, it is a golden rule for life. The world we live in today thrives on curiosity. It wants to know everything about you, demands that you disclose your thoughts, your plans, and perhaps even your secrets. But a wise person understands that some things gain more power and influence the longer they remain in the shadows. Today, I will share with you 9 truths you should keep to yourself. Things that, if you master and make a part of your lifestyle, will grant you an unshakable aura of strength and respect. Pay close attention, because what you're about to hear is not just ordinary advice. It is the essence of a deep philosophy lived by the greatest sages in history. But before we begin, if you're someone who finds real value in this type of content, I warmly invite you to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This isn't just a simple gesture of support. It's a sign that you appreciate the effort put into delivering meaningful content. And now, let's embark on our journey toward wisdom and strength. Your family problems, do they really need to become everyone's business? Home, the small space we return to every day, is not just 4 walls and a roof. It's a sanctuary, the one place where we should find peace. It's the only spot where we can truly be ourselves. No masks, no pretense, and no fear of being misunderstood. But what happens when we start exposing every detail of our family life to the public? When you share your problems, no matter how big or small, you're not just giving people an entertaining story. You're handing them a window into the most private corners of your life. And the worst part? One day, you might find those details being used against you, not necessarily out of malice, but perhaps due to a misunderstanding or a careless remark that makes things even worse between you and the people you love. Wisdom isn't about complete silence. It's about knowing when to speak and whom to speak to. Facing a family issue doesn't mean you should suppress your emotions or lock yourself away, but think carefully. Who can truly help you? Most people listen out of curiosity, not because they have solutions. That's why you should keep these matters within the walls of your home. Sit with those who are directly involved, understand the problem deeply, and confide only in those you genuinely trust, people you can rely on without fear of judgment or gossip. Because, my friend, I truly believe that a home where secrets are respected remains strong, even in the face of the fiercest storms. But when family issues become public discussion topics, you lose control over them, and the home, rather than being a fortress, becomes nothing more than soulless walls. I want you to pause for a moment and think, how many times have you seen someone regret sharing their problems with the wrong person? How often has a personal issue turned into public gossip without your consent? These aren't just words, they are lessons we learn every day. So the next time you face a problem, remember this: inner peace begins with respecting your boundaries and the boundaries of those you love. And most importantly, preserve the sanctity of your home, because that respect is what builds a strong family and a home that truly feels like a fortress. Your financial status? A key you should keep to yourself. Talking about money is like opening a box without knowing what might come out. It's one of the most sensitive topics and can be a door that's hard to close once opened. When you share your financial situation, whether you're thriving or struggling, you're essentially giving others a key to interfere in your life. It may seem harmless at first, but the consequences are often unpredictable. Remember, people don't see money the way you do. Some may feel envy if you have more. Others may pity you if you're in hardship, and some might even take advantage of this knowledge, whether by judging you or trying to benefit from you in one way or another. But true philosophy teaches us that a person's worth is not measured by their wealth, but by their ability to maintain balance and inner peace. When you keep your financial status private, you're not just protecting your money, you're protecting yourself from unfair comparisons and relentless judgment. If no one knows whether you're rich or poor, then no one has the right to judge you. A true Stoic understands that money is not the goal, it's merely a tool. talking about it won't add to your value as a person, but it might add a lot of unnecessary problems to your life. Instead of sharing details about your finances, focus on managing them wisely, investing your time and energy in things that bring real benefit. How many people have lost important relationships or faced difficult situations simply because they revealed their financial status at the wrong time or to the wrong people? This is no coincidence. It's a direct result of failing to keep private matters private. So, be wise. Keep your financial matters to yourself, and don't make money a topic for casual discussion. Let it be a tool you use, not a burden you carry. Your dreams and goals. Keep them as your private treasure. My dear friend, I want to share a secret with you, one that no one may have told you before. Your dreams and goals are not just fleeting thoughts. They are raw energy, a spark that can ignite the fire of achievement if you know how to protect them. Every night, when you close your eyes, you see yourself in a different place, on a higher level, living the life you truly deserve. But here lies the challenge. Don't talk too much about your dreams. I know the urge. You want to share your new idea with those closest to you, maybe even with strangers. You might feel that talking about it gives you a boost of motivation or strength, but the truth is entirely different. The more you talk about your dream, the more your mind tricks you into believing you've already accomplished part of it without lifting a finger. It's a psychological trap that gives you the illusion of achievement just because you've spoken the words. And the worst part? When you share your dream, you open the door to opinions and sometimes to doubt. You'll hear people say, "That's impossible," or "Do you really think you can achieve that?" And before you know it, these voices start creeping into your mind, stealing your passion, making you hesitate before taking your first step. That's why I want you to treat your dream like a small fire on a cold night. Don't let anyone blow it out before it turns into a strong flame. Work in silence. Let every step bring you closer to your goal, without noise. Believe me, the moment your dream comes true will be far greater when you surprise everyone, but most importantly, when you surprise yourself. Waking up one day and realizing that what was once just a vision in your mind is now a reality in your hands. That's the feeling I want you to chase. Remember this, your dream is not for everyone. It's yours alone. Let others see the results, not the details. And now, my dear listener, the fact that you're still here means you're not just a casual viewer. You're someone seeking a deeper understanding of yourself. Someone searching for true wisdom and ways to improve their life. That means you possess something rare: patience, willpower, and a true desire to learn. So I want you to do something right now. Leave a simple comment. My strength is in my silence. This will let me know that you've absorbed this lesson and that you've started your journey toward true power. Let's see, how many among us have this quiet strength? Your next move, let it speak for you. There's a simple yet fundamental rule in life. Don't tell others about your plans before you achieve them. I know that feeling all too well. When a new goal lights up in your mind, or a brilliant idea for a project ignites inside you, you feel an overwhelming urge to shout it to the world, to tell everyone, "Look, this is what I'm going to do." But what you don't realize is that talking about your plans too soon can actually weaken them instead of strengthening them. Human nature is such that we get a sense of accomplishment just by talking about our intentions, even before we take any real steps toward them. Imagine you decide to start a new project or learn a skill you've never tried before. The first thing that comes to mind is to share your excitement with your friends and family. They'll encourage you, praise your idea, maybe even applaud you, and suddenly you feel as if you've already made progress, even though you haven't even started. But the truth? You've accomplished nothing yet. Plans are like seeds, tiny, fragile, and unseen beneath the surface. If you expose them too soon, before their roots have grown deep, they become vulnerable to the winds and storms, and they might be uprooted before they ever get the chance to grow. By keeping your ideas within you, you give them the space they need to develop in safety. You might ask, why? Why shouldn't I share them? And the answer isn't that people are bad or don't want the best for you. It's that the world is full of noise. The more noise surrounding your plans, the more you lose focus and the harder your path becomes. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said something simple yet profound. Focus on what you can control. You can't control how others react to your plans. You can't stop people from seeing your weaknesses. But what you can do is protect your goals, make them yours alone, and let them become reality before they're exposed to the world. So next time you feel the urge to tell everyone what you're planning, pause, See it as a test of patience and discipline. Let your actions speak for you, not your words. Now, I want you to think of something you're planning, something that truly matters to you. But don't tell anyone about it. Just focus on achieving it. And when you do, you'll experience the real satisfaction of success, the kind that no amount of premature praise or applause can ever give you. Your acts of kindness, let them speak in silence. Dear reader, there is a profound idea in Stoic philosophy about doing good. It teaches us that true goodness does not need an announcement. When you help others or perform a noble act, the real power lies in keeping these deeds hidden, free from any desire for praise or recognition. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Just as the eye does not seek thanks for being able to see, a person does not need gratitude for doing good." This reflects a fundamental truth. Goodness becomes pure only when it is done for its own sake, not for the approval of others. Now, think with me. When you talk about your charitable acts, do you leave the act of kindness as it is? Or, without realizing it, do you shift its focus from being a gift to others to being a means of fulfilling an internal desire for recognition? A wise Stoic understands that true giving is not a performance staged for an audience, but an honest act that comes from the heart. Silence, in this case, is not just a virtue, it is a shield that protects the purity of your intention. When acts of kindness remain a secret, they become even more powerful, both for you and for those who receive them. This silence keeps your soul pure, free from pride, and allows your actions to shine without needing attention. When you do good, let its impact speak for you. You don't need to explain or justify it. The quiet moments you keep to yourself are what shape the essence of a wise character. As Epictetus said, "Do not measure your worth by what people say about you, but by what you know about yourself." Always remember, true generosity is measured by its sincerity, not by its visibility. Your weaknesses, the secrets that define your strength. Let me tell you something simple yet incredibly important: your weaknesses. We all carry things within us that we fear others might discover. Flaws in our personality, painful experiences, or lingering fears that weigh on our minds. These things do not diminish you, they make you human. But the real question is, why shouldn't others know about them? Imagine your weaknesses as the keys to your personal safe. If you hand them over to someone, no matter how well-intentioned, you leave a door open for them to be used against you, intentionally or not. The world is not entirely cruel, but it's not perfect either. Some people may just be curious, but even curiosity can become a burden on you. When you share a weakness with someone, what do you expect? Maybe they will listen with empathy, maybe they won't. But either way, that person now holds a piece of information about you. Now, think about this scenario. What if circumstances change? What if that piece of information becomes a weight on you later, rather than remaining a secret you carried with courage? You might say, "But I have people I trust." And that's true. Trust is important, but it also has limits. Don't let emotions push you into revealing things that are meant to stay private. A wise person doesn't feel ashamed of their weaknesses, but chooses to work on them in silence. Your weaknesses are not flaws, they are personal challenges. A sincere conversation between you and yourself, not between you and the world. Take this example. If you struggle with a bad habit or a negative feeling, instead of seeking someone to simply listen, become your own healer. Sit with yourself, analyze the problem calmly, and start working on a solution. Every small step you take alone makes you stronger than you were before. True strength is not in hiding your weaknesses, but in fixing them silently. As Seneca once said, "It is wise to work on your flaws, but it is even wiser not to make them known." When you embrace this mindset, you will experience a kind of freedom you've never felt before. You will be in control of yourself, no one else. And that is the essence of Stoic philosophy, to be the master of your own decisions, holding the reins of your own strength, keeping your power away from the eyes of others. Your failures, the path to strength. Do you know something, my friend? Failure, that word we always try to escape from, as if it's a mark of shame we must hide from the world. But the truth? Failure is not your enemy. It is the greatest teacher you will ever meet. The problem isn't in falling itself, but in how you choose to respond to it. Imagine walking down a long road filled with obstacles, and every now and then, you trip over a stone and fall. But instead of getting up and moving forward, you start telling everyone you meet, "I stumbled here. I broke down there. I couldn't get past that obstacle." What happens? Your stumbles become your identity. You begin to see yourself only through your failures, and eventually others forget your achievements and see you as nothing more than a series of setbacks. The Stoics understood this well. When you fail, don't make your failure the center of your conversations. Make it a lesson you learn in silence. Constantly talking about failure doesn't make you stronger. It simply gives others the chance to judge you based on your weakest moments, forgetting all the successes you've achieved. Remember, failure is not the end. It is just a temporary stop on a long journey. And as Marcus Aurelius once said, what matters is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. So instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I come back stronger? Don't be the person who drowns in regret over the past. Be the one who uses the past as fuel to move forward. And now let me share a little secret with you. No one cares about your failures as much as you think they do. Everyone is busy with their own lives. So stop dwelling on your failures and stop talking about them. Rise in silence and start rebuilding. Let your actions speak for you, not your words. So if you've recently faced a setback, let me tell you this. Don't stop there. Keep going. Your future is waiting. The mystery in your life. Your secret strength. My friend, in this life, there is something called mystery. Not just an idea or a state of being, but a weapon used by the wise with precision. Mystery is not weakness. It is a hidden strength that gives you control over your image and how others perceive you. Imagine if you were an open book, easily read by everyone. Some would assume they fully understand you. Others might misinterpret your intentions. And some might even use what they know about you to their advantage. But when you leave a layer of mystery, when you don't reveal all your cards, you take control of the game. You make people curious, eager to discover more about you, rather than handing them all the answers for free. Look around. You'll notice that those who surround themselves with an aura of mystery carry a different kind of presence. Not because they are necessarily smarter or more knowledgeable, but because they understand when to speak and when to remain silent. Their lives resemble a piece of art, one that doesn't reveal its meaning instantly, but requires thought and reflection. Mystery is not deception, nor is it pointless secrecy. It is an art built on wisdom and balance. By keeping certain things out of the public eye, you give yourself room to grow without the pressure of expectations and judgments. Every word you say about yourself is an opportunity for others to form an opinion about you, perhaps even a weapon that could be used against you someday. Ask yourself, does everyone really need to know about your future plans, your deepest thoughts, or your inner struggles? Some things gain more power when left unexplained. Mystery grants you control over your life, makes you more intriguing, and compels others to wonder, what is this person hiding? What is their source of strength? This isn't manipulation. It's a way to protect your boundaries, your privacy, and your essence. Being mysterious doesn't mean isolating yourself from people. It means knowing when to speak, when to stay silent, and when to leave some details incomplete, like a small riddle that only you hold the answer to. Your dark secrets, a part of your strength. Have you ever felt that there are parts of yourself you're afraid to face? Those hidden aspects buried deep within, like dark secrets you carry as a heavy burden, like a locked box you don't dare to open? We all have these burdens, my friend, but the difference between a wise person and others lies in how they handle these secrets. Let me share a thought with you, one that may seem heavy but will change the way you think. Not everything we know about ourselves needs to be shared with others. There are dark aspects within us, not necessarily evil, but complex, filled with experiences and emotions that have shaped us throughout our lives. These aspects are not flaws. They are proof of our humanity, our struggles, and our journey of growth. Imagine these secrets as the roots of a tree, buried deep underground, unseen by anyone, yet they are the true source of the tree's life. If you expose the roots, the tree loses its stability and strength. Likewise, if we reveal our darkest secrets to everyone, we lose our balance, becoming vulnerable to judgment, interference, and even exploitation. True wisdom is not in exposing everything inside you, but in accepting these secrets and dealing with them in silence. The Stoics believed that real strength lies in self-mastery, in confronting your inner shadows with courage without making them visible to the world. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "What is within you belongs to you alone. Do not allow anyone to enter without permission." Remember, my friend, not everyone deserves to know your depths. Keep these shadows to yourself, not because they are weaknesses, but because they are part of your strength. They hold both light and darkness, and true wisdom lies in knowing how to balance them. when to reveal the light, and when to let the darkness remain a source of quiet power within you.